Hello everyone, it's Finesse here, back with another video. Today we're going to be playing part 2 of shatAAAAP, a bullet heaven incremental game where there are cute animals who are trying to help you while you're stranded in the woods. And in order to get them to not help you, you're going to tell them to shut up and you're going to shoot and kill them. Hello everyone, it's Finesse here with another video. Today we're going to be playing part 2 of shatAAAAP, a bullet heaven game, roguelike incremental, that is based off of you being stranded in the woods with cute animals coming to help you. Your ego is too high to let them help you, so you tell them to shatAAAAP. We're going to hop into part 2. In the last video we did threat level 1, so in this video we're going to be doing threat level 2 with a 30% increase to tiers. We unlocked a lot of new weapons in the last one, with the grenade launcher and the laser rifle and the spear being the newest 3. So we're just going to jump right back into where we were at and try to pick up these new weapons. I'm going to start off with the grenade launcher just to see what comes with it. Okay, so lobs and bounces charge that blow on impact. So blow on impact, I would assume we have to hit them with it. That shouldn't be hard. Those are pretty mediocre bounces. If you don't remember, the ones that talk give bonus XP. Oh, this is gonna be a lot harder than I thought. So it can bounce over them. The grenade launcher is probably not the best to start with. With us having the grenade launcher now and the spear, there should be new combos that come with that. Hopefully we can get another gun or get an increased fire rate on this. Okay, fire rate 210%. We do have the tier 7 upgrades. If you guys didn't watch the last video, I highly recommend, because we got a lot of upgrades in the skill tree that just make everything a lot better. Take a slow breath with me. Yep, we're back to telling them to shut up, guys. I really enjoyed the first playthrough of this game, and I was looking forward to making this video on the second playthrough. I'm really interested to see what they've done with threat level 2. There's still 2 of 13 waves, so it's the same wave count, but maybe it just gets more of a swarm. Last video we did an extreme bullet storm, so I'm curious to see if things can actually be strong enough or enough of them to stop that swarm. Or maybe it just gets harder a lot faster to where you don't get as many good upgrades. But with the skill tree having us getting tier 7 and hopefully higher tier items, I don't think it should be too hard. I do recall that there were a lot of upgrades we didn't get to. We didn't max out our XP, or what is it, luck. We didn't max out our luck. I was really into the luck because look, we're already at 22% on wave 3, and I'm really curious to see what 100% luck looks like. But for our second, I don't think we go for another grenade launcher. These are both the same type of weapon, laser types, so I'm gonna go with the laser Uzi. The laser Uzi is just so good, and it has the same combo. Over here we have flare, so we'll see what flare is. What does flare do? I'm so curious. Oh, we're taking damage. The bats kind of blended in for me. I'm trying to look and see what the flare does. Okay, so I think the flare just shoots out its own projectile. Laser plus explosive burst of laser nova. Okay, so it shoots out a little projectile. That's fine. This early in the game, wave 4, I'm gonna go with the 20% luck. I don't need the fire rate anymore right now. I think the early game luck matters. 40% is huge, and then this is a way higher fire rate, so that's so much more worth it now. Yeah, look at that laser Uzi. Okay, so we're already at deers, so we have wolf, bunnies, and deers. It doesn't seem to be too hard, guys. I think the upgrades that we got in the previous video were very much worth it. We're looking at 2. No, okay, we got 1. Damage of explosive or damage of laser. I'm gonna go explosive, but laser is what increases the flare. Explosive damage, even though it's a combo, does not affect it, which is very surprising. But I'm gonna go explosive. All right. Yeah, the upgrade tree is really good. I know that they have higher threat levels that aren't in the prototype. So I'm curious to how threat level 3, 4, 5, 6 are all gonna look. Because it's not seeming too hard right now. I mean, wave 6, I think we should be able to clear. I wouldn't say it's extremely easy, but definitely easier than wave 6 when we first started. Let's see what we got. Damage to piercing laser. They're all tier 1, so I'm going to do a reroll here, guys. There we go. Okay, so we do have a tier 8. In the skill tree, we did increase our tier 1 more. So I think this is the highest that we can get. I did notice that tiers 4 through 8 all will only have +1 projectile. I was hoping tier 8 would have +2, but that's fine. We'll take the increased projectiles. These grenades are going to be shooting everywhere, doing a lot of damage. Spear. So the spear does shatter combo. I wonder if that is shatter with the grenade launcher or with the laser. I assume the grenade launcher just because it has the same like design on the actual combo. But we're gonna grab a spear. We're gonna see what it does. Oh wow. I guess we just poke them quite literally. Okay, the hogs are in here, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but they are really fast. Okay, so the spear, even if it's extended, can still hit things closer. You don't have to like hit it with a point. That was one of my biggest concerns, so that's good to know. Yeah, wave 7 super easy. I think threat 2 level 2 is going to go by way faster than we thought. On tier 9, okay, tier 8 is not the highest. Tier 9, 270% fire rate to beam types. Beam type is going to be your spear, so we're just going to have that constantly shooting out. I just want to take that. What else we have? And then another projectile. So 3 spears. That should be 3 of the grenades from the grenade launcher, and then 3 from the Uzi as well. Oh, it looks like the spear doesn't have a third one. Was it? It was projectile to all, was it not? That's odd. I will say that things are a lot harder to kill. I haven't gotten a lot of damage upgrades. Just projectile and fire rate. I think it's really important to have penetration and damage along with these. Penetration just goes a long way. We learned last time. Okay, guys. Wave 8. We are flying through this. Grenade launcher +2 projectile count. So we can go +2 if it's, I guess, specified instead of all items, but maybe all items have +2 as well. I'm so curious to this. Let's go ahead and grab it. That'd be 5 grenades shooting out, and then we'll take the spear damage just because I feel like it's like a close range melee, which is really nice. And these grenades shooting everywhere is crazy. We gotta be careful with the bats here. And these hogs are so much faster than I remember. Oh, we're gonna die already. Oh no. We're out of ego. Wait, can we clutch? We can clutch here, right? We can clutch here. Oh, look at those combos kicking off. Shooting the lasers everywhere. Okay, we clutched. 1 ego left and we clutched it. I don't know how we did that. Looks like the flare did most of the damage. We did see that popping off a lot. Spear count, fire rates. Tier 6. I have a reroll and I don't think we're gonna survive next round, so I'm gonna see the reroll, see if we get something better. And we don't. We're gonna get the laser fire rate. That's unfortunate. And then we do get a new weapon. Let's go for the shock lance. Look at that, overload and conduction. Wildfire backdraft. We did learn that the flame in this game isn't as good as you would think, okay? And then we already have a laser type, so I'm gonna go with the shock lance and see if we could get some new combos with this. The shock lance does have more upgrades. Oh my god, guys, look at that. Look at the crackling. What's the name of that combo again? Oh, there's white bunnies. So there is a new mob, white bunnies. I think with the shock lance, they're not really looking to be much of a problem, but everything is so much faster. So much faster. The swarm of enemies are as expected. I was hoping that by this wave we would have a lot more, but maybe we're just killing them so fast we can't really notice. Overload. Okay, electric and explosive. Interesting. I wasn't expecting electric and explosive to be that good. The ionize, which is electric and laser. We know this one, guys. This one's so good. And then what else do we have here? Kinetic and electric. What do we have that's connected? Oh, the spear's kinetic. I'm not used to using kinetic because we don't use the Beretta, so that's actually interesting. And then shatter, I would assume. Okay, let's go with the fire rate for laser because it's our only tier 2. And then here we gotta go with the tier 9, 270% damage to your launcher. So those grenades are gonna be hitting for a lot more. I think that doesn't work for the combo, so we do need to keep that in mind. And guys, the laser Uzi doing what it does best and absolutely shredding everything. Favorite weapon last video, still looking to be my favorite this video. I do like the grenades though. The grenades are also helping with AoE because our lasers don't actually have the penetration that I feel like they need, and the grenades are just making up for that. And it's also giving those explosions everywhere, the shock and the explosions everywhere that are just cleaning out everything. Oh no, a white bunny got through. Dang it, guys. What was I doing? I should have paid attention more. Difficulty bonus plus 30%. Ionize still doing great. Wow. Okay. I felt like I saw overload a lot, but maybe it just didn't have as much damage as the ionize. So that is duly noted. Laser and shock are hands down gotta be the best. Okay. So these are the upgrades that we have from the last video that we haven't touched. We haven't upgraded our luck to max. Weapon choices are max. We can get an extra reroll of the weapon if we wanted to go for a certain build, and then damage per copy of a weapon. So when we did all of the laser Uzis, having this upgraded would have been really nice, but 370 tiers is a lot. For weapon upgrades, we've only upgraded the laser Uzi. As you guys know, that thing is eating, but I want to get into some of the other weapons as well, so let's not get too greedy there. And then Ionize did so much damage, we put some upgrades into it. With the money we have, honestly, I want to do a really nice lance build. If we can get the shock and the laser lance with a really nice uptime and reload time, I feel like it could be really good. But I also do want to experience the shock and the explosive combo. So maybe we focus the shock lance so that we can get the explosive combo as well. So we'll just do a couple upgrades in both, and I think we'll go back into it. Oh, I gotta click here. I want to start with the shock lance. I feel like the grenades, I just miss too many when they're like bouncing over. So we'll start with this one. Okay, good start. Killing all the talking ones. Hopefully we get a second chest on round 1. Did we get it? We did. Okay, 2 chests, round 1. Love to see it. Starting off with a tier 2. We're gonna take the damage to beam. Early damage never hurts anything. And then electric spread. I think this electric spread will really help once we get our combo. So we're gonna snag that. All right. I won't let you fall. I think I killed the first 2 talking so fast I didn't even get to see what they said. And I think we're only gonna get 1 chest. Yeah, we only get 1 chest this go. An XP upgrade wouldn't be bad if we could get like a really high tier, but they don't seem to be giving us any. That luck is just really low. I feel like we need to finish maxing out that luck. Damage to electric is something that I have no problem going with. That's a nice 60%. You can see that electric spread there was really nice. When they're bundled up like that, it's best for us. Nothing can hurt you. Well, this laser can hurt you. So we'll do this and we'll whip it over here to finish those. We might be able to get a second chest, hopefully. Nah, it's not looking like it. If we had 1 more talking, I think we would have secured the second one. But next round, we will for sure get a second one. Okay, let's do the grenade launcher for that combo we were talking about. And then if we could get projectile count now, I think it would matter a whole lot more. That spread just loops around like this. That was really nice to see. Uh-oh. Oh. Ow. We need that electric to spread a lot more than what it's doing, guys. I think, honestly, the focus is going to have to be... Oh, we barely stayed alive there. The focus, if I'm going to do this build, has to be reload time. Spread's nice. We have 2 chests, so I'm going to take it. Hopefully we get reload. Damage, fire rate. Okay, let's do a reroll. I need something high here. 50% fire rate to all is not bad. We will take that. Get that uptime up more. Make sure we get the ones that are talking because we need that second chest. Without that second chest, it's going to be a rough time. We're not doing as much damage, but the shock spread is carrying, and I think we're going to lose. Okay, guys, we have to build this build. We got to do it the right way. So let's go to the tech tree. Let's see. So we have the max upgrade for tiers. That's good. The ego, I could use a little bit more. We are getting hit a lot with this build. But I think we're just going to focus on reload time. I think pulse rate on this is the most important. And then we'll do just the damage. We need 1 more damage, and then we'll focus the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher, I'm not worried about it shooting as often. I want the shock lance to have the uptime, and the grenade launcher just to be there for the combo. All right, let's see. Don't even know what he said. Shut him up real quick. That one too. Shut him up real quick. Love to see it. The damage on this is already so good, and it still has 1 more upgrade to go. 150% electric spread. Tier 6 upgrade on round 1 is so good. So sadly, we didn't get the second chest. I was really hoping to get that. But it's not a big deal. I think we'll get the second chest easily now if we just kill the talking ones. There we go. There's the second chest we need. That electric spread is working wonders. And that's really going to help us late game. I can already see it. All right, what do we have? Ooh, all tier 1s. We have 2 rerolls here. It is wave 2, so the luck's low, but I'm going to go for a reroll. I won't use both of them. Look at that. XP. So this is... If we were more up the bar, I think this would help with getting the second chest, but I don't think it's going to help this early. So I know I said I wasn't going to, but I'm going to go for a second reroll. Early game. Look at that, 90% fire rate. That's exactly what we were looking for, and I think that was better. Oh, 140% beam pulse rate, even more. Okay, we should have a huge uptime now. Yeah, look at that. Fire rate on it is already so good. The chain lightning on it is already so good. I think we just need damage and to get our grenade launcher. Yeah, this is nice. This is really nice. Okay. Yeah, maybe we could have got the extra experience needed if we did get the upgrade, but we didn't. So it is what it is. Okay, now there's no grenade launcher here. We do have a reroll, and I'm really hoping to get a grenade launcher or just another shock lance. No grenade launcher. We have another shock lance. We're gonna spread them out. That's fine. We'll make do. Good thing for us is they shoot so often to where this is a good thing. And they do a crazy amount of damage. You're safe with me. Come and cuddle. How would that make you feel if you saw a pink bunny talking in the woods telling you to come and cuddle? Right? Wolves coming at you, deer coming at you, bats coming at you. I couldn't do it. Okay, tier 5 or tier 7 here, but the tier 5 is a great projectile count. The tier 7 is lifetime. Do we want the beam to last longer or more beams? What is the DPS difference? Oh, the DPS difference is huge for the second beam, so I think I'm going to go with that one. What else do we have? Early game luck. You guys know me and luck. I have to go with that over the fire rate. I feel like the fire rate is already so high, and with double beam, it's even better. Yeah, you could just do a full circle like this, and it clears everything. The lightning spread as well. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We're getting all the talking ones. Might get a second chest here, I'm hoping. I think if I kill this one, we will. Yeah, there's a second chest. Okay. Too easy. Wave 5 on threat level 2. 120% fire rates for beam or electric. So yeah, same thing. I'm just going to go for the beam because we want higher. The second one, we got more electric spread. I think this is going to be great for the combo if we can just get the grenade launcher. It would be really good for the combo, actually. Okay. I'll stay by your side. He's talking. You're safe. He's talking. The deers don't seem to be a problem. Yeah, look at that spread. I'm gonna just whip away. And it's, yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Love those upgrades. Okay. We got the grenade launcher. Let's throw that right. Let's throw it here and leave that open for another grenade launcher. Overload, electric and explosive, drops an electric field. So the thought process, right? If we could get the grenade launcher fire rate, this is perfect. We get its fire rate and it just drops the overload fields everywhere. Everywhere a grenade hits. The chain lightning does its thing and shocks multiple waves. Uh-oh, we're taking damage. Hold on. Okay, we need damage on lightning. But you see how it leaves the little overflow? Is that what it is? Overflow field? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Luckily, we're not getting surrounded, so the grenades can work a little bit better. But we do need a higher fire rate on the grenades to get more of these fields. And then we also need more damage because those pigs are getting through. Fire rate to all. This will help the grenade launcher, so we'll take that. And then hopefully we can get a good damage. Beam pulse rate. Ooh. Or we could get more grenades. But do we take a tier 4 or a tier 8? I feel like that's wrong of us to do, right? Do we want to proc? I want to proc the overload more. I think the beam is honestly really quick already, so we're going to pass up. No, you guys would hate me if I pass up on this tier 8. We're going to go with the tier 8. Yeah, that uptime. Look at the chain lightning. Even if it doesn't do damage, it just spreads like a wildflower. Wow, look at that. That's so satisfying too, just like the sound of it. Okay, I don't think we're going to be doing enough damage for the white bunnies, but the plan is working so well. We just need a couple of really good upgrades, and we honestly will probably beat this so quick. All right, wave 9. We only got one chest, by the way. We're so close to the second one. That sucks so much. Beam damage. Seeing that the beam is doing the most at 197, and overload isn't doing as good as I thought it would, we're going to go with the beam damage. And then hopefully the beam damage can really help with these bats with its spread. Yeah. It's like the beams are never down. There's no downtime. The reload is just so high. And if I just do swoops like this, it spreads to the bats easily. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's what we were worried about. Them not doing enough damage or not spreading properly. And we just take like little hits that end up killing us over time. But we don't have to worry about it. We cleaned up really nice on wave 9. What do we have? Grenade launcher projectile. So we can get more overload proc here. But 9k total damage versus 507. At this point, the shock lance has just completely taken over. But we're going to show the grenade launcher some love, okay? We're going to give it a chance here. And then we don't want any of these. I know if I get the laser Uzi, it's going to do good. But I don't want to mess with the ionize. So we're... what if we just show some love to the laser rifle? We have really good reload time on our beam types. So let's go with this one. Just something to throw in there because we have to choose one. Electric spread or fire rate to beam. I think the electric spread is already so good. If we get fire rate, these things will never stop shooting. Yeah, look how quick that is. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. The white bunnies are getting through. They're so tanky and so fast. But when it's like this, we could just go back and forth between the two. Yeah, this is wonderful. Okay, wave 10 looks like it's going to be easy unless they start surrounding me, but I don't see them doing it. And we're almost at a second chest. Yep. Okay. Wow, that spread is so crazy. I wonder if Ionize is already doing so good. Oh my gosh, guys, 152k, 1.3 million damage. If we throw a 240% damage increase on that, but I feel like we're straying away from the grenade launcher if we do that. But we just wanted the grenade launcher to proc the overload, and the overload is just not doing enough damage. So I think we just stick to the shock lance and see if we could just finish strong here. And then we'll do extra projectile. So we'll get more procs of the overload with this. So that's fine. That works great. And then the lightning spread from the shock lance should hopefully do enough damage to these white bunnies. These white bunnies are so tanky, guys. Like, look at that one. That one just like snuck through the onesie twosies. Look at that lightning spread. If they surrounded me, I might have been cooked. But when they group them up like that, that lightning is just so good, guys. Oh, here's the surround. But we're way good. We're way good. They're getting close, but I think we got it. When the lightning stacks, there's just nothing they can do. And I know that Ionize is also doing really good works there. Yeah, look at that, 818k and 3 million. Okay, fire rate to explosive on both of these, or shock lance damage. Let's show some love. We're gonna go fire rate because it's a tier 7. What else do we get? Projectile count for explosive, fire rate to all. Fire rate to all looks really nice. But yeah, we're gonna do fire rate to all. We're gonna show everything some love. And then shock lance fire rate or fire rate to all. We'll do all again, even though this is a huge difference, just to get the laser and the grenade out there. The laser can proc ionize more as well. Yeah, and the grenades, I don't know if you can see them. The grenades are already shooting everywhere. Oh, guys, these white bunnies are starting to flow. The white bunnies are flowing. We're going in circles to stay alive here. Look at that lightning spread. Look at it spread. Guys, the lightning can't spread fast enough. There's so many of them. There's so many of them. Oh my goodness. Wave 12 is a beast. Wow. Okay, I don't know how we're going to get through that with the lance trick. Or with the, not the lance, the beam trick. I feel like if we did all beams, there still wasn't enough combo procs. Like, you don't have the laser Uzi's penetration to get all the damage through. You have to hope that your combos can get all the damage through. So that's really easy, but I'm not giving up on the strat. I think I might, so we're gonna finish this. I think I might stray away from the grenade launcher because the overload didn't do any damage, and the grenade launcher honestly didn't do enough AoE damage. And I might focus the flame lance with a really high reload time to match the shock, and we'll see if that could keep up. If not, I don't know. We should do another reroll for guns. Where is it for the guns? Weapon reload. Okay, so we'll go weapon reroll, and then I don't think we need another gun slot. I'm down for another upgrade reroll, and then we do like I said, and we'll focus fire rate on the lance, and we get that max perfect, and then we'll do a little bit more damage. Let's see if we could do a shock and fire combo here. All right, wave 1. Remember, we can hold right click to speed up through these early game waves, like so. What we got? We're gonna go fire rate. I think that's really good to have on lances. All right, wave 2's a breeze. 2 chest, 16% luck. We'll do damage, and then we will do fire rate to all. That luck was a little bit low. I don't think I'm going to take a tier 1 luck. All right, 2 talking ones there. Almost missed one. Might be able to get a second chest here. I don't think so. Okay, 1 chest. And we will go with the flamethrower. Perfect. Now we already have our combo. Be careful speeding up with the bats, because we don't have a really high reload time on beam types. We haven't missed any talking ones, luckily for us. Now keep in mind, we need lightning spread as well. I think that's going to play a big thing. So right here, it's an electric arc can carry fire. So it's still the same lightning we had last round, but it's going to be with fire, so that's the extra damage. We're going to do fire rate to all because we need to have these beam types firing constantly. And then projectile count for shock is honestly a really good pull. Double the damage output for our shock. Not going to complain there. And we just kill all the ones that are talking. We're going to speed through wave 5. No problem. Look at that, guys. 2 chests. Easy pass. Another projectile count for shock. The shock is getting so much love from these. And now we have a projectile count for fire. Ooh, but electric spread. Let's pass the electric spread because I think we could get a higher electric spread, and we need to get our fire damage up so that fire that carries actually does damage when it does carry. Gonna speed wave 6. There's no bats, and I think that our beam types are just so strong with such a high uptime that there's not much threat. Wave 6, no damage taken yet. We have all of our ego. Okay, another shock lance. Never hurt anybody. And then we just need one more flamethrower, and we're doing great. The electric spread still seems to be doing pretty good. Yeah, I think the hogs are getting a little close just because they're fast, but we still sped through that round. 46% luck. We're gonna start seeing some better upgrades here. We could get a 20% increase here. That could be huge, or 1,000 more DPS on the shock lance. Let's go luck so we can get those higher upgrades later, because we got the round 12 and it's only wave 7, and then we'll do damaged all. That seems good. A little extra damage now that things are going to get a little bit harder. I think the next wave is where we have bats, so we can still speed through here, and things shouldn't be too fast to get through. You can see the plasma and the lightning combos spreading through, really helping that AoE, and I hope that that helps on wave 12 with all those white bunnies. Okay, flamethrower fire rates, damage to all or damage beam. We have to go damage to all here. That's also going to give 100% on the plasma. And then increase fire rate. That's perfect. To beam type, which are both of these, and another fire rate to all. So that was 3 chests, guys. And now we have the bats. We'll slow down a little bit. Make sure that they don't get through. Like so. Okay, way good. Make sure we don't miss any of the talking ones. Even if we take a little damage, that's fine. I really want to get those talking ones. Kind of guarantee that second chest. And then we could do quick look arounds to probably stay alive here. Whoa, that was a lot of bats. I gotta be a little bit careful because that was way too many bats there. But at the end of the day, we completed it. Wave 9, done. Plasma isn't doing as much damage as the shock lance, but we're gonna keep trying. I think we need another flamethrower, not another shock lance, so we're gonna re-roll. And there we go. And we'll put that bad boy right there. 78% luck. We should really start getting some good rolls. I think this tier 4, it's a good pool. I think we could get better, but keep in mind tier 4 to tier 8 are single count. So this would be the same if it was a tier 8. So we'll take it. That is a lot of beams. We just need these beams to start doing a lot of damage. The white bunnies are already getting way too close, which is really scary. All right, we're able to survive. We only have 7 ego here, so I'm being a little cautious. And if they surround me like this, it's really hard to keep alive. Okay, we lost 3 ego, so 4 ego left. Wave 10. That's a little rough. 2 tier 8s. Projectile count to all or shock lance projectile? I think it's worth to get projectile count to all. It'll proc higher combos. And then if we really want to treat the shock lance right, we could do damage or we could do a fire rate to beam. I'm gonna go damage just because I feel like we're nowhere near the damage we were when we got the wave 12, and it's a little bit noticeable, but you can see the plasma carrying the fire as it shoots, which is really nice to see, but the damage is not there, guys. I don't know if we're gonna be able to survive this. I'm gonna do my best to make sure no white bunnies get through. Just do a full circle, but they got us. Okay, love is all I have, says the white bunny. Okay, I would really like some upgrades here. I don't think it's impossible to do this beam type only build. I think it just needs to be really focused. So we could get more damage here. And then we can also... Looks like the upgrade tree is honestly pretty close to being done. I assume when they're out of the prototype and there's the higher waves that this tree is going to really expand out more and more. But for right now, I don't think there's too much more we could do. We could take an extra weapon slot and we could do damage per copy of a weapon. but that's more if we're doing a single type of weapon. I don't think that the plasma combo was the best. Backdraft, firepower, flare projectile counts, plasma, wildfire, shatter, and overheat. What if we went for a laser lance with a flame? I think that could be a attempt at something. We should probably do fire rate first. We'll take from here because we're not using that. Actually, we'll fully take from here. See if we can get these up more. Okay, cool. And we'll see if we can do that. Flame and laser. Let's start with the... I prefer the laser, as you guys know, so we'll start with the laser. Okay, we'll see if we speed through these. You can tell the uptime isn't as high, which is fine. One chest. Beam pulse rate, perfect. Perfect for the build. And we'll speed through this one. Focus on one's talking. Oh, we missed one talking. It's gonna set us back so much, guys. Slow it down to make sure we stay alive. Okay. We got 2 chests, so it's okay. Projectile count early, perfect, and projectile count again. So we should be shooting 3 lasers. Yep, nice. That is nice to have on wave 3, 3 different beams. Now we just need to increase fire rate, and then I think after one really big fire rate increase or 2 small ones, then we do some damage increases. Okay, so I don't think we need to reroll right now. We can just take another laser and be perfectly fine, and just pay attention for when the shot comes. Damage is definitely there. Bats aren't getting through, but the other stuff is that I'm not paying attention to because that reload time is low. But it's okay to take a little bit of damage. Now we speed up and finish it off. Okay, we need that fire rate. Let's keep that in mind. 120% fire rate. We'll take that, no problem. And beam pulse fire rate. Ooh, or lifetime. I think we're gonna go lifetime just to keep it up longer. Yeah, that's very noticeable how much longer that stays up. And we already had the reload, so we got the best of both worlds. We got our cake and we ate it. Sped through wave 5, no problems. 6 laser beams doing damage. So I'm not comfortable with any of these. Honestly, tier 3 damage isn't bad, but it's only for laser type. Yeah, let's do it. I was hoping we could get something that when we get the shock lance, it still has like upgrades complementing it as well. But this can work. Easy wave 6. Not much challenge there. 40% luck. We're looking good. Ooh, you guys know I like my luck, so I'm gonna take this. Effing spear. Let's go for the shock lance. Now that we got it, we can start working our combos. It does shoot 2 beams, not 3, which is fine as long as the damage is there, and it looks to be. Now, what combo are we looking at? I actually didn't pay attention to that. Oh, it's the ionized. This is the goated combo. We can work with this. Fire rate to all sounds wonderful. And then laser rifle damage. Or beam pulse rate. I think we're gonna go beam pulse rate because I want the shock lance to do some damage too. I don't want to only rely on the laser. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's huge damage. We'll kill all the ones that are talking. Almost got a 3rd chest. Easy wave 8. Fire rate for shock lance, so we'll show it a little bit more love. That's perfect. And then we have another fire rate for shock lance, so this thing should be shooting really fast. Hopefully we can get 3 chests here. That would be crazy if we could. It looks like we're still lacking damage, but it's also just so noticeable that there's no penetration. If we can have pin on lasers, I don't even know if that's the thing. I haven't seen it. Oh, guys, are we gonna die? Oh, wave 9. Okay. I don't think it was working. I really, really don't. So we might need a new strat. Let's see. The last video, we did really good with... I like that you could refund these, by the way. You could just fully refund and have 630. We did really good last video with just the laser Uzi. What if we went for just Beretta? And then if not just Beretta, just its type of damage. I forgot the name of it. That could be good. We go for this upgrade. Wait, hold on. Let's max out the luck. You guys know I love luck, so let's max out the luck. We'll do... We'll do weapon reload to make sure we only get Berettas, and we'll dive into it. Because remember, these things have good damage. They just have a really slow fire rate. But, I mean, with the upgrades that we put into it, it actually doesn't seem that slow. So this might work. It looks like it's taking... Yeah, it takes 2 bullets to kill. But Berettas do have penetration, so we might be able to beat threat level 2 with this. Beretta damage, Beretta fire rate. Okay, I'm going to go fire rate. Having a tier 3 as our first upgrade is really good. Yeah, that fire rate is great. We'll just see if we could do, just like the laser Uzi, a bullet storm with good penetration, because those white bunnies are so fast and so strong. Fire rate to kinetic. Okay, perfect. And then fire rate or damage. Let's do the tier 7 fire rate and just have this thing shooting like crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Wave 3, this is our fire rate. I feel like it doesn't even matter how much damage you do with a fire rate like this, because like if I aim for a second, like flick, I'm shooting like 2 or 3 bullets at that same spot basically. Okay, so this is what I was worried about. We only want the Beretta, so we're gonna do a reroll. Again, we didn't get it. We're gonna do another reroll. I don't want to use them all. There's another Beretta. Okay, 2 Berettas. That's crazy damage. Make sure we kill the talking ones. Okay, bats got through just because I am terrible at paying attention. That's the first time I've seen a bat talk, so the bats can talk. Duly noted. And then everything else got cleared. Okay, 32.5% luck is huge. A tier 3 for 90% damage is huge. And 120% damage. So those are the 2 damage we need. We had the fire rate. Now we're going to complement it with some damage. Again, make sure we kill the talking ones. Might be able to get a second chest off this talking one. Look at that. Another double chest. Perfect. I hate the waves where we only get 1 chest. Feels like such a waste. Bullet count of Beretta. That is huge. And more damage. More bullets. More damage. Crazy fire rate. It's already looking really good. I have not seen a penetration upgrade, which bullet penetration would be really nice. Let's see. Another Beretta, so we don't have to use a reroll. Perfect. It looks like the Beretta naturally has a better penetration than the laser Uzi, though. I will say that. Like, I'm gonna let the bottom build and I'll show you guys. Now, if I look that way and I look away, it just shoots straight through. I look at both of those get cleared out pretty nicely, so maybe we don't need as many penetration upgrades as I thought. 55% luck. Guys, we talked into existence. A tier 3 penetration for Beretta or a tier 5 penetration for piercing. We're just gonna go with one of them. Eeny, meeny, mighty, mo, click the highest one you go. Next, we have fire rate, damage, or another pen. Like I said, it has good pen, but I was really talking about it, so I feel like I should get it now, right? Double pin increase. This should be able to do a lot more work. Still looks like we need a little bit of damage to deal with the hogs, but there's so many bullets where I can like zigzag like this and not really have to worry too much. Yeah, that's a bullet storm. for sure. 62.5% luck. We're going to go an extra projectile. That's an easy tier 8 choice. And a tier 7 for damage or a tier 9 fire rate. I want to see how fast these Berettas can shoot. All right. And we have a third chest. Oh, even more. Gotta see how fast they shoot. Look at that. OMG, guys. Look at that. When it's sped up, it's so nice. And you can see like the guns, they're like twitching with how fast they're shooting. And somehow the bats got through. Do a swarm, do a swarm. The bats are my weakness, guys. They're fast and they blend in. 70% luck now. We have one reroll. Oh, can we keep it a Beretta? Can we keep it Beretta? No. Okay. Because we have so many upgrades in kinetic, I think we go with the spear. And I don't really want to go with the piercing upgrades that we have in the laser Uzi. So we're just going to get a spear. We're just going to fill the slot. Bummer, but it's okay. Oh, guys, we could push 90% luck. Next upgrades should be crazy, right? And just look at this damage. This is wild, guys. Slow it down a little bit. Actually enjoy the game. A couple got through because I was not paying attention. And we almost got a third chest. I feel like if we did an XP upgrade, we could have gotten a couple extra chests this run, but I don't think we need it either. Beam lifetime, we don't need. +2 projectile count to kinetic. We have double kinetic. This is the move. Our Beretta should go from shooting 3 each to 5 each. And this is also probably one of the... I might have seen another +2, but I think this is one of the first +2s I've seen. So that is a huge pull. And then we're just going to go Beretta damage. I feel like that's what we need. Yeah. White bunnies aren't going to stand a chance this run. Still going to focus the ones talking. I'll do little circles here and there. But the white bunnies are so quick to where if I do like a circle and then I look up, like they're already getting through. This is nice. Lean on me a little. Nope. I'm going to send a bullet swarm of penetrating Beretta shots with 4 spears to your face. And I'm going to shut you up. Alright. Wave 11. Easy clear in my opinion. Fire rate to beam, and then +1 penetration. I don't want any of these, and we have 105% luck. Guys, we've passed the 100% threshold, so we're going to use some rerolls now. Look at that. +2 penetration. The last one was +1, so we'll take that because we have 2 chests. And then spear fire rate on a tier 9. Fire rate to all on a tier 8 seems so much better, so we'll do that. I didn't even know if this thing could shoot faster. And then another +2 projectile damage. This is the definition of a bullet swarm. Look at that. White bullets just fill the screen. Nothing can get through. Just absolute blobs shooting in all directions. No worry about the white bunnies at all, which I think are the highest mob we'll see on wave 13. But not any stressors. Nothing can hurt you here. Well, I don't need help, so we're going to shut you up. Look at that. And now they're trying to surround. We just clear it all out, and we got 3 chests there. Perfect, guys. Luck's at 112%. These are all bad. We're going to re-roll. What do we got? More fire rate. No, we'll do more damage. We'll do more fire rate. We want to just fill the screen. And then we'll do one last re-roll because this should be the last round. Penetration sounds great. +2. I think that's 6 penetrating shots now, so that's crazy. And then 245% Beretta damage. Wow. All right, these things should literally be unstoppable, but look at the bunnies coming through. There's a boss there. Let's see if it dies. Let's hit it with a swarm. Boss. Easy kill on the boss. I didn't even see the boss on the threat level 1 because we had basically the same thing we have here with the laser Uzi. So this is definitely nice. Oh, there's a second boss. Okay, we killed it. I almost got killed by the white bunnies while shooting at the boss. I wonder if they'll maybe throw a third one. I'm not sure. Any other bosses anywhere? Nope, we're cleaning up. And there we have it. Ego saved. Threat level 2 is completed. We get another bonus on top of the 30% bonus because we completed it. We killed 50,000 boars, guys. Wow. We killed 64,000 of the white bunnies. We almost killed 100,000 of them. That was so many white bunnies. Tech tree, I would say we're not quite close to being done. So I think when they unlock the other tiers, that this tech tree would definitely become more worth it. And they're going to do more upgrades, I would assume. I can't wait to play this whenever they expand it more and get it out of its prototype phase. I would love to actually sit and focus some combos, maybe ionize, because we love ionize so much with the laser and the electric, I think it is, and just fully upgrade the ionize. Let's see, the quest line, there's still a lot more white bunnies to kill, but outside of that, the 500,000 boars is later on. Die 50 times, guys. We've only died 19 times in both playthroughs combined. That is a great run. Beat any threat level 3 with Beretta as starter weapon. Beat any threat level 3 with Laser Uzi as starter weapon. Guys, is there a threat level 3 available? There's not. Okay, so we have to wait. As you see right here, threat level 3 is locked in the prototype. When this game gets out of prototype, I will make more videos. It is on the wish list. It is a wonderful game. Shut up. What a game. Appreciate you guys watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe. If you want to share with your friends, share with your friend. If you fell asleep listening to this, I hope you sleep well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.